announcement speech as well when he decided to run for president, we can probably discern that there is some political motive at work here. It would not be surprising if that were the case. I tweeted just before I came on air that I imagine Trump, at least a very small part of him, has some respect for this tower climber because the man knows how to grab media attention. There have been plenty of protests against Donald Trump in this election cycle. Now we have one that's really grabbing our interests, capturing our imagination, so to speak, in spite of the obvious security concerns. So we'll have to see how this all plays out. But one small distraction may be helpful to Donald Trump after the 24 or 48 hours that he has had in terms of the news cycle.
We don't know, Olivia, whether he's protesting anything. Maybe this individual is just seeking publicity for whatever crazy reason he's risking his life to do this.
Which would be very Trump-like, but to Rebecca's point about the security concerns, I think if anything this should make Donald Trump more cautious with his words. Obviously yesterday he said something that made a lot of people concerned about the safety of Hillary Clinton, whether or not a crazy person might hear what Donald Trump said and do something insane. This is proof that there are crazy people out there who are willing to do all sorts of different things, and Donald Trump should probably pay attention to that.
And a very volatile electorate as well. People who are very impassioned by this election and willing to go to great lengths to make their voices heard and their points across.
And Ron, we have no idea if this individual is doing this stunt right now because of what Donald Trump said yesterday or not. He may have been planning this for a while, but you see him placing those suction cups and climbing methodically. I think he's on the 17th floor right now, but this is something that clearly causes enormous concern for the U.S. Secret Service. They're not political. They protect Democrats. They protect Republicans. They've got a major job. If he's at the 17th floor, it's 58 stories altogether, so this guy's got a long way to go unless he comes to his senses and decides it's time to move on. Tom Fuentes is joining us right now, our senior law enforcement analyst, former assistant director of the FBI. Tom, this is going to cause concern not only for the Secret Service, for New York City police, firefighters, but for the FBI as well.
Wolf, I don't know what serious concern they're going to have with this guy. He's going up the building, and, I think unless they think he's got explosives or something, I don't think he's going to get anywhere near Mr. Trump or anyone else. But I think that, their decision now looks like to just let him climb and see if he makes it or not. And if he doesn't make it, he comes flying off that building. The only one he's going to hurt is himself.
You raise an important question, Tom, of whether or not he's got explosives. You see he's got a big backpack there. So I'm sure the authorities have no idea whether he's got anything dangerous in there.
Well, they don't. I think, but what alternative they have at this point? It's extremely dangerous to try for the authorities themselves to take him off that building. And, they can't just, not knowing what's in that backpack, just shoot him for the heck of it. So I think they're kind of stuck here to almost let him keep climbing, see if he tires out and wants to give up or what he wants to do. I don't know if they're going to make another attempt to open up windows, break open windows in front of him as he's climbing up and cut off his rise up that building. That may just cause him to move laterally around the building and go up a different direction. So I think that, in a way, it doesn't appear to me, and I'm not, an experienced climber like that, but it does appear to me that they have a very safe way to get him off that building that doesn't endanger the firefighters who would be trying to get him off that building.